Hello, friends and family everywhere! We are super excited about you joining us here on Joshua Generation TV. You're about to plug into a special program put together specifically for those who are passionate about taking their ministry, entrepreneurship, and life leadership to the next level and using all of their life experiences to impact the world as a kingdom-minded child of God. Tell a friend and listen in because this is our season. The wait is over. We are Joshua Generation, and we are claiming God's promises together, right here, right now.
Father's favor, family and friends. This is Pastor Mel Keys of Joshua House of Worship, Master Keys Coaching and Consulting. And of course, Joshua Generation TV, where we are claiming God's promises together right here, right now. And this is an episode of our brand new show coming up this January. And I'm excited about sharing some of the content with you on today. Here we are in the front of our fall season and the month of September, the 9th month. Ask any woman that has ever given birth what the 9th month represents, and she'll tell you it's time for delivery. All across the country, in fact, all across the world, I'm sure many of us are thinking about the holiday season in front of us, perhaps even the new year coming, and they're making big plans, even getting their New Year's resolutions in order. But you do not have to wait until the new year comes to get your new year started. Here is the time, here is the season to make some serious, concrete changes and plans right here, right now. And I want to talk to you about this 9th month, this time when you can bring to fruition and deliver the things that have been in you waiting to come out. I'm talking about 3 master keys for making the rest of your year the best of your year. Write that down. 3 master keys to make the rest of your year the best of your year. Don't wait till December the 31st. Let's get started right now. There are 3 things. Write the first one down. If you really want to make the rest of your year the best of your year, is going to start with a clarity of your vision. Oh, double vision is a problem for anybody. And too many times we are seeing things in double vision, triple vision, quadruple vision. I mean, we're seeing too many things, but you need to see what you really see. You have to learn to be in the moment. You have to learn to be conscious. Too many times our conscious is divided. We have a cancerous conscious. Jesus said it this way: a house divided against itself, it cannot stand. Too many times our efforts are divided, our thoughts are divided, our whole being is divided, and we are not focused enough on a very clear, compelling vision. I assure you, my friend, if you want to make the rest of this year the best of your year, you must get a clear, clarified vision. And in that vision, you'll be able to make this year phenomenal. But that's just the first step. There's another thing you must take into account. Not only must you have a clarity of your vision, you got to clarify that, but then you must make sure that you count what really counts. You got to count what counts. Remember back in the day when we were growing up and our parents taught us so many wonderful things that we use today. They taught us how to read, and with that reading, they started with the ABCs. You can't read if you don't know your ABCs, your alphabet. And then they taught us how to count. They taught us the numbers, and we were so fascinated. Maybe we can count to 25 or 50, and then that day came when we were able to count to 100. Oh, God, can you remember that moment? Well, counting is important, but not only must we count the things that count, but we got to be able to really know what counts the most. Could we give you a quick refresher course on counting? Not just counting how to count, but what counts. 3 things that really ought to count in your life. Number 1, your time. How you not spend your time, but how you invest your time. More important than your money, more important than anything. How are you investing your time? I was on the highway the other day. I was passed up by a vehicle on my left. It was moving about 5 miles an hour faster than I was. I couldn't help but pay attention. It was a long black vehicle, taken care of very well, in tip-top shape. It was a hearse. Thought came to my mind. This hearse was pulling someone. It was carrying someone. And there's a day coming where the hearse will not pass me. It will carry me too. And you know what? That's true for everyone. Life on this side is finite. Tomorrow is not promised. The rest of this day is not promised. We must always live in the expectation at any given moment things can change. And you got to make sure that you're taking a full account of your time. Not just spending your time, but investing your time. Then not only must we count our time, we have to learn how to really count people. Now, I know that sounds strange, but there are some people, they should really count a whole lot in our lives. Keep this in mind. People who are in front of us, who have gone before us, they're already in a position and in a place where we're trying to get to. Why don't we learn from them? Why don't we allow them to tutor us, to train us, to mentor us, to coach us? Everybody needs people who count because they are in front of them. Do you have the people singled out in your life? They count to you because they are ahead of you, and you're learning as a student the many lessons that you can learn from their tutelage. Not only must we count the people in front of us, but we need to learn to count the people beside us. The Bible gives us another principle. Iron sharpens iron. There are people in your life, on your left and on your right, that are there, that are making you better. They're making you sharper. They're calling you into accountability. You have to really put in your A game when you're with them. They make you better. You need to count those people in your life. Your life becomes so much more valuable when you're walking alongside people who really count. How can the two walk together except they be agreed? But then not only must we count people in front of us and people beside us, but there's some people who are behind us. And get this is very important. They're looking up to you. Guess what? There are people looking up to you and you don't even know that they're doing so. You don't even know who they are. That's why at all times you must be in your A game and you must count the people who really count in front of you, beside you, and even behind you. But then let me give you this last thing. You need to count what counts. You need to count your money. Now, back in the day, we knew money as currency. It flows. It has a movement. And I believe that you want your money flowing in the right way. At the end of the month is not a good thing when we run out of money. And too many times, we're not entrepreneurial enough. We're basing our whole lives on a 9-to-5, on a job that pays us so much per hour. It's time to learn to live differently. We need to build systems, strategies, and structures that can give us provision for our vision. That's something I'm very passionate about. So we count the things that count. We count our time, we count the people, and then you got to be able to count your money. It's a currency that you want to move in the right direction. These are two of the master keys that will be there for you to help you to make the rest of your year the best of your year. But brother and sister, child of God, could I give you this last one? Not only must we be able to clarify our vision and count what counts, but we need to be able to show up for real, for real. I'm going back to what the kids used to say. I don't even know if they say it anymore, but there was a time when we would pull their legs and we would play games with them and they would question whether or not we were telling the truth. And they would say, for real? For real? They wanted to know how sincere we are, how authentic we were. That's what you need to do. Your authentic self, your true self, who you really are. The world is waiting for you. They're waiting for you to show up. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Stop waiting to get everything lined up just right. You are sufficient. God's grace is sufficient in your life, and people are waiting for you. In Rio de Janeiro, there were some who showed up. Champions showed up. Winners showed up. They showed up with their A game. And one of the things that separated the winners from the champions are those who took it upon themselves to be as authentic as they knew to be, and they showed up. And when they showed up, you got it, they showed out. That's what you need to do. That's what we all need to do. Every single day, God gives us breath to get up out of the bed. We ought to rush about our Father's business and show up so that God can show out right in the midst of our lives. Those are the three master keys, my friends, that I believe that will be such a blessing to you, that they will make the rest of your year the absolute best of your year. You don't have to wait until New Year arrives. You can start with a new year, a new season right here, right now. And I'm glad about it. Listen, I would be so honored if you would connect with me. We're going to be launching this brand new show, and one of my favorite things to do, we will be interviewing and highlighting the works and the efforts of ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Those in the realms of ministry, those in the realm of entrepreneurship and leadership. If that's you, we'll love to hear from you. We'll love to connect. If you're interested in advertising on this program, Joshua Generation TV, reach out to me. Here's my number. Here's my email. My email is info@pastormelkeys.com. And the number you can reach me is a US-based number, 877-547-4347. I would be so honored to hear from you and to connect with you, because we are Joshua Generation, and we are claiming God's promises together right here, right now.
Joshua Generation, we hope you were blessed and inspired by today's broadcast. We pray nothing short of God's choice blessings on your ministry, entrepreneurship, and leadership as a kingdom-minded ambassador. Be sure to click on our banners to connect with our sponsors and special offers that will be of service to you and allow us to continue bringing this broadcast to you on a continued level of excellence. Also, please be sure to share today's broadcast with those in your circle, and be sure to contact us about future broadcasts you would be inspired to see. Remember, we are Joshua Generation, and we are claiming God's promises together, right here, right now. In behalf of our host, Pastor Mel Keys, Father's favor to you and yours. Please check out JoshuaGenerationTV.com. That's JoshuaGenerationTV.com.
Hello, everybody. I'm Minister Carol, the brand new author of If Carol Can, My Pain, My Purpose, and My Praise. And I am Joshua Generation.
My name is Teo Cisneros. I am Vice President for Development at Baptist University of the Americas, and I am Joshua Generation.
My name is Luis Juarez, Director of Missions and Ministries at Baptist University of the Americas, and I am Joshua Generation.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tommy Grover, and I'm Joshua Generation.
Hey, this is Sean DeRoe, the Wealth Strategist, and I am Joshua Generation.
Hello everybody, this is Armand Pujol, CEO of Vida Divina Worldwide, and I am Joshua Generation.
Hello, this is Pastor Mel Keys of Joshua House of Worship, minister, entrepreneur, and life coach, and I am Joshua Generation.